With Tatum at the controls. Went for 50 and 40 in his last 2 games. James Harden guarded by Romeo Langford. Second consecutive start for Langford. On the take goes Harden, scores it.
Keep James Harden in front of him, in particular when he gets his head down and he's determined to get to the basket. And speaking of which, the Nets, you still have to match the energy of this Boston Celtics team early on. They're not going to go without a fight.
And there's Romeo Langford. It's going to be fascinating to watch Langford tonight. Guys like Romeo Langford joining him with some of their younger players. Peyton Pritchard hits it. Marcus Smart open again, and he misses again. Up ahead on the run out is Kyrie Irving, who elevates and scores.
Showing off his bops just a little bit, like throwing it down without touching the rim. I love it.
Evan Fournier hits a 3.
Yeah, you don't know how things change and play out. Now, keep in mind, Boston's been through some things, injuries that kind of curtailed himself before a title this year.
Well, Sean Marks coming through that Spurs organization and getting a chance to run this team. It's Romeo.
Yeah, how quickly I rattled that off. That was, I've even amazed myself on that.
Here goes Kyrie Irving. And Irving.
He's one of my 800 teammates. You know, I had 800 teammates that played for 12 teams. But we were together in Miami. And just because you put a plan together, different kind of objective, 3 different types of games, but yet and still those 3 mesh together.
Shamet pulls down the rebound. You got to wonder if Smart is starting to get in his head with all these missed threes now. Smart continues to struggle. He's 0 for 4, and on the other first quarter, in Game 4, Boston led by 1 at the end of 1. Tatum shakes Claxton. That's a big man. For 3. And back tap to Kyrie Irving. This will be a 3rd chance here. Now Johnson, the lefty, knocks it down.
Claxton had a hand in a couple offensive rebounds.
Denied by Durant. Neesmith going to the rack, and Durant with a block. In transition come the Nets. A lead by Harden, and Durant scores. Beautiful pass by. And Durant has been one of the primary defenders on him, especially in crunch time. Oh, some nifty dribbling by Kyrie Irving. Went full Uncle Drew right there and scores with the reverse.
Your major ball handler scores, being excellent free throw shooters is always a positive.
Offensive rebound, Grant Williams.
Time for Jason Tatum, the last 30 seconds, and you have the timeout.
And Irving.
You would think that you want to slow up, cut down on the possessions if you're the Celtics. It's a beautiful pass to Claxton inside. Need some baskets to put some points on the board.
Yeah, on the front line, you'd like as few possessions as possible to try to limit Brooklyn offensively.
Line up that often, so Boston has to figure out ways like this maybe to get out in transition.
And just like that, as Parker's.
While the other 2 of the big 3 are sitting on the pine trying to get a little rest.
There's Landry Shamet. And off the. And Fournier late in the clock comes up short. Claxton been dealing with a lot of injuries. Had a right knee injury his first 32 games. Shamet up 8. Harden with the assist. Harden's got 6 assists already. Peyton Pritchard responds. With
opportunities for the Nets. Again, they scored too well in their half-court sets as it is and giving up shots.
Jason Tatum ready to check back in. Griffin will join him. Pritchard, bullet pass out to Jabari Parker. And the ball's in.
Yeah, but that right there is a little skewed, like numbers don't tell the whole story. Look at the teams that and the players. And speaking of players, it was so great that allowed a first-year coach not having that experience to win.
Langford on the leave by Peyton. Never coached at any level, was a consultant with the Golden State Warriors. Here's Harris on a 3. That is one of them tonight. He is past Dennis Johnson, former Celtic. A Smart comes up empty again. Pritchard saves it. Parker off the window. 6 rebounds. Perhaps on his way to a triple-double. The big 3 on the floor now. Kevin Durant for 3. Cash. He knows he's got a lot of options and a lot of weapons.
And it was my pleasure to play with Steve, and that's just got that right there. Just okay,
series changes. You fight as long as you can, and that's been the message for Brad Stevens and the Celtics leading up to tonight. As Evan Fournier looking for help. Boy, the Nets are really closing out well. This is a good defensive possession for them. Smart lets Kyrie Irving go by and finally hits Smart. This time no good. 4-point Brooklyn lead. And that one's true from three-point range on the other. Irving's second three. There goes Tatum. Strong. Oh, missed badly. Thompson hit the deck as well. Wasn't there for the offensive board. Here goes Kyrie Irving. Oh, a little sidestep. Kyrie Irving now at 2. He's got 14. And Brooklyn has extended their lead to 7. Smart blocked by Durant.
And don't squander those opportunities when you have them. And then, again, make this Brooklyn team beat you with a hand in the face.
Yeah, Romeo Harris. 5-point game. Brooklyn's biggest lead here tonight has been 9 against each other on both sides of the floor. A good part of this game. Fournier guarding Harden, and Harden gets the contact. Durant backs him down. Here's Joe Harris, passed it up. Harris on the drive, leaves it. Griffin throws it down. See if Boston has an answer here. Fournier on the take, little runner is good. Friendly 15 in this series. Kyrie Irving back to Griffin, and Griffin right there once again.
Once you hit that roll, you can't help off the corners, and Blake is going to be free to roll and get those opportunities like that.
12. Romeo Langford trying to check. Durant. Brown is open inside. We saw Bruce Brown.
From a defensive perspective, if you're going to help off of somebody, it's going to be like the Bruce Brown, but he finds those gaps in the defense like Marcus Smart did. We didn't see from Boston in regards to history, the elongated career maybe of Reggie Lewis. And then how about Jabari Parker?
Brooklyn closing it off at every pass. Back in the hands of Tatum with Griffin on him. They're hunting Griffin whenever they can. And Tatum hits it.
One possession at a time. Boston on a 7-0 run, and you do that by getting stops. This time Kyrie was able to descend the last few possessions here.
Brooklyn back to a 9-point lead. Here's Tatum now. He's got Brown on him. He just backs him in. And at 6 of empty. Smart with a rebound. Smart wants to push. Going after Shamet. Gives it up. Romeo Langford for 3.
For the Celtics, again, get the stops here. Good rotation, good contest that time by Tatum.
For the Celtics, Jabari Parker is out. Shot clock late here. Durant over Langford, and Durant. The clock. Fournier gives it up. Shot clock at 4. There goes Tatum. And Tatum can't finish it, but Smart gets.
Has great rotation on the back line that time by the Nets.
Shamet on a rim run, blocked again. That's against the wall here in this 5th game of the series. Down 3-1, facing elimination tonight. Long 2, Tatum is cash. Jackson gets a touch here. Thompson on him. 3 quick team fouls on the Celtics as Harden knocks down.
Stephen sued defensively. He said when that second unit is on the court and James Harden is Brooklyn outside the paint.
Marcus Smart puts one up quick, looking for a foul. Thompson kept it alive, and Fournier. A lot of dribbling right here. Lost the handle briefly. Now some movement. Here goes Harris. Gives it up. Claxton. A 2-hand.
Inside, keeping balls alive, possession. How about Joe Harris with the playmaking? Then Harden right there.
Guys just raving about Joe Harris earlier today. All the little things that he does so well. Again up top, this time with Kevin Durant and Nicholas Claxton. Claxton's got 6. He's got 4 rebounds. Tatum answers with a 3. Celtics. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Boston playing for their playoff lives. Fournier is fouled. So now Brooklyn goes small here. Claxton out. Gave him great minutes tonight. Durant for 3. Got it. Kevin Levin is Durant now with 19. There's a steal. Bruce Brown snuffed it out. Gives it to Kyrie Irving. 3-pointer is good. Those 2 3-pointers. And by the way, James Harden now a triple-double. Big possession for the Celtics. Fournier. Durant 3-pointer. Marcus Smart trying to stay with Harden. Cash money. Into the hands of Irving. Game's close to getting away from Boston. Up top, Brown. Oh, he blew a tire, but got it back and scores it. What a burst by the Brooklyn Nets here in this 4th quarter. They're up 17 now. And of his 18 assists, 9 of those were on made 3-pointers. Of his 10 assists tonight, 6 of them are made 3s. How about?
I tell you what, when they dial it in and they get focused offensively, They can hit you from so many different ways and too easy.
And Durant went to the University of Texas. Thompson was 4 years behind him. Irving springs free and lays it in. 8.5 minute mark. If that stays Boston's way, they were down 10 at the time. They have a chance to cut it to single digits as Harden buries it. The Nets' top scorer. 34 for Harden. And Tatum's, they've been on a big run since. And it's going to be the end of the line for the Celtics as Durant now just...
Well, I think now you can start to talk about this next series and what it looks like with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, he missed the dunk. Romeo Langford assisted. He's been involved in 60 of the 120 points tonight, half of them. And Langford scores again, couple of buckets, 2 apiece. The Suns and the Lakers in the West. And they are coming to a roar here at Barclays Center as Joe Harris. He's done Durant with 24, Kyrie Irving with 25. And that's it. It's the end of the line for the Boston Celtics.